welcome to another episode of Torrential Tom. I am your host, Torrential Tom, and we're going to get right into it. As you all know, we have a winter storm heading our way. And as we always do, we're going to start with our current weather surface map. And you can see right here is our culprit for the next 2 days of weather. Right in there, the storm system, the second storm system that has affected the south this week. Record cold temperatures, record winter weather as far south as Houston, San Antonio. Temperatures, we saw single digits, we saw wind chills below zero as far south as Houston. So some unprecedented weather happening there in the south. Dangerous situations as they are not built to handle this type of precipitation on their highways. Lots of accidents. Last I checked, up to 20 people, I think more than 20 people now have lost their life this week due to the precipitation or due to the cold. Mostly the record cold temperatures as their houses, their heating systems are not built for that kind of cold as we are here further in the north. I've seen video and pictures of water pipes bursting because the water is frozen, and the inside of the house has icicles that we see on the outside of our house on the roofs from the snow melting and freezing. So a very dangerous situation there in the south. And if we just go back quickly, we see the high pressure here. That's why we had clear skies. And that's what has brought colder weather into our area as of last night and throughout today. So we look at the current United States watches and warnings. Pink are your winter storm warnings. Purples are your advisories. We have green here for some flood watches and warnings. And that is for the warmer sector of this storm. And as you saw from the previous map, you saw the snow basically in this general location. And from the advisories and the warnings, you can basically track out where that swath of snow is going to be traveling. We look at it through a microscope now, at our area, at our local area, and most of the area under a winter weather advisory. And you're all probably wondering, why is that? If we're expecting 4 to 8, possibly more inches of snow, and that's just because we are going to see that over a long duration event, and we're going to just accumulate that snow through some light snow showers and some lighter to moderate snow bands that are going to be occurring over the next 30 hours or so. It's not a quick hitting storm. It's not a 24-hour duration storm where we're going to have higher intensity snow bands move through. It's going to be an event that could be managed quite easily by our plows just due to the nature of the intensity of the snow. So we move into Thursday morning. So tomorrow early morning, we could begin to see some snow showers move on into the area. And the reason why we have this cold air in effect, I showed you that high pressure, and I'm going to trace out a few of the isobars here. And you can see the cold air is wedging its way down into this system, into the precipitation. So snow will be dominant throughout southeast New York, New York City, Long Island, all of New Jersey, all of Pennsylvania, even into Delaware before we see some freezing rain and some dangerous icy conditions there. We move into Thursday noon, and you can see that cold air is a little more prominent now. It's a little more dominant, and that is why we have continuous snow for Pennsylvania, for most of New Jersey and further north. You can see some heavier bands just offshore, and that's because this low pressure is a little far south and east of that benchmark that we need. And there are some lighter to moderate, darker bands in here. So yes, we're going to see light snow for most of the storm, but some moderate snow bands are definitely possible. We move into Thursday evening. This initial wave of low pressure is now moving further offshore, and that's why the system is a little bit disorganized. There's going to be times where we're not going to have precipitation falling at all, or we're going to have some light flurries or light snow showers. It's not going to be that general, continuous, moderate snow bands moving through the area for hours and hours. So that'll allow everybody to keep up with the roads, clean your driveways, so the snow does not get too heavy. So we still have the wedging of the cold air in here, but it's not as dominant. So we have this next wave of precipitation moving up, and this wave of precipitation will give us some more light, moderate, steadier snow through late tomorrow into Friday morning. But with that, this low will actually be a little closer to the coast than this previous one was, and that'll bring some more rain further north. So you could see up to central Jersey, you could be changing from snow to rain. The ice and sleet trying to push its way into southern Pennsylvania. So that cold air is starting to retreat, and some warmer air is trying to sneak into this system. Thursday midnight now. Here goes that next shield of precipitation moving in, so some steadier snow can come through again. We have some steadier snow bands in central Pennsylvania, but we also have those rain showers moving further north. So a lot of New Jersey changing over to rain. Long Island, possibly in the Manhattan, changing over to rain, and that could keep our snow accumulations down. We move over to Friday early morning. Long Island, still experiencing rain. Possibly Manhattan, a mix. Northern New Jersey, with the exception of northwestern New Jersey, can be in a mix, sleet. But our northern counties, southeast New York, Connecticut, eastern Pennsylvania, can continue to see snow throughout. But again, now we're here Friday early morning. We're 24 hours after this storm initially started. And now we're in Friday afternoon, and the system is still offshore, and we are still experiencing some moderate snow showers at this point. At this point, though, because the low is moving further away, we have that cold air surging down again, and most of New Jersey, with the exception of coastal New Jersey, Long Island, New York City, everybody is changed back over to all snow. And then the system moves away, and we have some very clear air just due to the strong high pressure that's going to be moving down into our area through the weekend. So most of the country experiencing very clear weather. Also, because of this high, we have a trough digging in, and with that, we have some very cold temperatures. So we have this low pressure system, which gave us the snow, with the low pressure is actually off the page, but it is out in here. And with the high pressure building in, we have those change in pressure gradients. So these isobars are close together. So not only are we going to see some real feel temperatures that can be quite cold, but we're going to see some breezy conditions, so wind chills will bring our temperatures that much lower. So our low temperatures Friday, Saturday, Sunday can be in the teens, and it could feel a little colder than that due to the breezy conditions. We move to our Torrential Tom totals for tomorrow's event into Friday afternoon. Long Island, central to southern New Jersey, a general 3 to 5 inches, and that's due to the period of mixing for some time on later Thursday into Friday morning. And then our general area, the most of the area, with the exception of Long Island and central New Jersey, you can see 4 to 8 inches plus. So that is the area where not much mixing is going to interfere with your accumulations, especially further north. So in this general area in here, this is where you can see that potential of 8+ inches. On the torrential meter, 3 out of 5, light snow over a long duration. Our area is generally built to handle that type of snowstorm. So the roads should be clear. They should be passable for most of the event. So in summary, long duration storm. It's not going to be like the long duration storm we saw 2 weeks ago, which is unfortunate for us winter lovers, us snow lovers. But because of it being a long duration storm, the light snow will continue to accumulate, and some areas could see 6, 8+ inches of snow. Cold weekend will follow the storm as high pressure digs in. We can see some breezy conditions, so wind chills will make it feel that much colder. A wintry start to next week, which I'm going to just quickly go back and show you. So wintry start to next week. This is the culprit right here. This, as our pattern changes, this system is not going to dip south and run up the coast. It is going to be a general zonal pattern, west to east. Question is, where will it track? What kind of intensity will it have? And will we see rain, snow, or a mix? I will have details of that later this weekend. Warmer air is coming soon. So the middle of next week to end of next week, we could see temperatures in the mid-50s, believe it or not, as we see some warmer air building in as a ridge should be moving into our area. So if you watched this video, if you liked it, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, like the video. Follow me on Twitter, Torrential Tom, Instagram, Torrential Tom WX. And as always, if you have a question about this storm, if you have questions about future storms, or about weather in general, please ask away. I will be more than happy to answer. Everyone, please be safe and have a wonderful